Okay, so we're back in Spectrum, the only place in Star Citizen where you can have some fun. Let's get to this. Folks, as always, if you enjoy the channel, if you're being entertained, having fun, let me know in the comments and subscribe. That's always nice to see. So I want to talk about this. This is from Edge, a player-driven economy. I just don't get it. I think it is Kamura who often brings up the fact that there is no player economy. And that's fine, yeah, sure. The thing is, you basically can't have a player economy because a real economy is a lot more difficult and a lot less fun than what people want to see in a video game. So as you see, damn wall of text here. I've really been trying to understand how some genuinely believe could successfully implement a player-driven economy. I do understand the appeal. It's fun to imagine being the foundation of everything happening in Star Citizen. Imagine every price of ammunition being discarded. It's only possible because of you or other industry. Yeah. No. The economy is complex and difficult enough as it is. I should know, given that I wrote that book over there that says Surviving the Economic Collapse. So I do know a thing or two about what an economy actually is and how fragile it can be, and especially in a video game. Dude, you're making shit up as you go along. You think you can actually combine that with a real world supply and demand economy, pure capitalism economy in a video game where you have no balance of any kind? Nothing. It's just gonna be, it would be an absolute shit show. It would be inflation through the roof, and most players would not be able to survive in it, and it's going to be just a bunch of sweaty, crazy players that have all the time in the world to grind the living crap out of it, running things while everyone else is fucked. No, you cannot have an actual real player-based economy. You can have a few things. You can have some things that are based on how much something is being sold and whatnot. But that is this much of an actual economy. You can have a little bit of that. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But honestly, why even bother with it? I mean, have something fixed, something that works, realistic prices, not the shit we have now with ammo costing almost as much as the entire fucking gun, and let people play and have fun with other things. Yeah, I get it. If you have like a ton of something being sold, maybe that drives the price down a little bit, and then it rebalances or resets, every 24 hours. You could have maybe something like that, but then a real actual economy, forget it. No way in hell would that be doable and they tried with the Quanta, was it, for a while. Went to shit, of course. So no way. I got you, man. Here's the too long didn't read. A fully player-driven economy in Star Citizen will lead to uncontrollable inflation, making it difficult for new players to catch up while devaluing developer set missions and rewards combined with CIG's Plan UNC microtransactions. This system would create an uneven playing field where wealth outside the game impacts in-game progress. Given game lore and design, a more limited economic system with controlled player influence would be a better fit. Voila, there you go. And that's it. You can have a little bit of freedom. You cannot have real supply and demand, pure capitalism going on in a video game where you have the unbalance of everything else. It is a fucking video game. There's nothing realistic about this, right? Again, the real economy is difficult enough as it is. It is complicated enough as it is. You think you will just drop a bunch of people flying around in spaceships? How the hell is that going to make sense in terms of the price of missions that you're doing? How much things cost? All of that. And what if someone decides to not make something anymore? What? You have to close down the game? It is stupid to even suggest it, but it allows people to, fly and fantasize about what would be and what not. But no, it is just not something that would work. Player-driven anything is always trash because players behave like trash. Well, yes, that's actually a good point. It always comes down to some kind of exploit or meta thing, some new dupe bug, big org circle jerks, etc. Plus one big thing that cannot name here, just more gamer things, constantly trying to find cracks in the systems to infest and overrun. To them, exploiting the game economy to maximum, beating the game and just winning because they are smart players. Complete garbage. It's not just that, it's people will want to do things that are fun. You don't want to have a real economy involves the need of survival, right? Putting food on the table, things that are not going to be fun, right? That's what a real economy often is. It's not everything is not fucking, unicorns, rainbows, and flowers. No, it's sometimes a lot of hard work and things that others don't want to do and you being rewarded for that. How is that going to be fun? How is doing things that are not fun a good idea for a video game? Oh, because it has a nice economic reward. So we can make this work, can we? Can't. No. You will find enormous holes in supplies and a number of things that are just not making enough money in the game. You would not have any kind of events or special missions because everyone would be focusing on the thing that gives you the most money at that specific time instead of having fun in the game. A player-driven economy is impossible given the scope of the game, but it was never supposed to be a player-driven economy. But an NPC built one. When did that change? Yeah, in Citizen Con, they talked about a player-driven economy. They had the Quanta thing for a while until it was clearly not working. To be frank, assuming Quanta is functional on its own as a simulation, Tony isn't really needed again until it actually gets connected to some kind of player-based environment. Yeah, no, it was never gonna work. It's just a dumb idea, a dumb thing to say that just allows people to fantasize about how, it would be awesome because I would have my own ammunition factory and I would craft ammunition and sell it, or guns or fuel. I would just go and mine quantanium and refine it and sell it for a nice price and some healthy competition. There would be like 3 or 4 big players in the fuel business, and then there would be a bunch of smaller ones. And yes, and no, it's a fucking video game, okay? That's not how any of this works. So there you go. Player-driven economy? No, it's not. It just does not happen. It will not work in a video game. We have enough problems as it is in the real world with the economy. Again, by the way, if you want to learn more about that stuff in the real world, those are the books that I've written and you probably want to read if you want to be ready for the crap going on right now. But no, in terms of video games, no way. And we don't want any of that. We want to play and have fun, right? That's why you play video games to begin with. The idea, but it's gonna be driven by a real economy. I have to put in the hours in Star Citizen, because if not, my business suffers. Who the fuck thinks that's fun? No one.